Hello and a very warm welcome back to Northwestern Models TV, and today I'm going to show you how to build the O Gauge Midland Railway 6-foot platform trolley kit from Skytrex. So let's get started. So as with all the Skytrex model railway kits, the white metal ones, they generally will go together fairly easily and they're obviously well packed. This particular kit, like its Great Western counterpart, which if you go to our channel you'll be able to see, we have a video on how to build those ones. This kit comes with two platform trolleys, so there's two kits in here, so two trolleys in here. Should be enough components to make both of them. So I'm just going to separate out all the components so we can hopefully see the various bits that we've got, so we can assemble it. And for the purposes of this particular video, I'm only going to assemble one of the platform trolleys, because there's no point in me showing you how to do it twice when you can just click to repeat the video. So I'll sort these out and we can make a start. So as you can see, we've got a number of components for this particular model. We obviously have 4 wheels, we have a back axle, we have a front axle, and on the same sprue is the 2 pulling handles. So I only need one of these for this particular one. The other one is for the other one in the kit, because obviously you get 2 platform trolleys in the kit. So the first job, as with any white metal kit, is to clean up all the bits of flash and component parts ready to make assembly a lot easier. So I'll get on with that and then we can start putting it all together. Right, so we now have more or less all our components all cleaned up and ready to be stuck together. All I've used is a craft knife to get rid of the big blobs of flash, and then I've just finished off with a needle file just to tidy things up. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stick the 2 axle sets to the bottom of the main piece. So if we flip the main piece over, hopefully you'll be able to see that at this end we've got a big disc looking piece, and at the other end we've actually got a notch in both of the chassis legs there. And those are basically the location points for the 2 axle sets. So we've got the rear one here, which has a nice big square top on it, and we also have the front one which has a big disc and spigot on it. Now the spigot should fit in the hole, or be a very good fit into the hole in the base there, like so, and you can see there that it does pivot around. And the rear axle should just drop into that space, which it does quite happily, as you can see there. It's always worthwhile doing a dry run like this as much as possible before you try and stick anything together, because it just makes the life a lot easier than getting yourself covered in glue when something doesn't quite want to fit right. It can be a bit of a nightmare. So now that I know that they fit, I'm going to fix them both in place. And for the steering, because obviously we could have it angled, I'm actually just going to, for this one, I'm going to keep it straight, but when I make the other one up, I'll probably put it at a bit of an angle. So, to stick it all together, I'm going to use the Deluxe Materials Rocket Rapid Glue, because it's a fast setting super glue, and it's done all the kits we've built so far quite happily, and it's just a good quality glue to use. So starting with the rear axle, I'm just going to put doesn't need a lot, but a little bit of glue just to the underside, of the top side of the axle, and then position it over in the space required and just drop it down and very quickly move it in position, and just put a little bit of extra weight on with my finger just to hold it as the glue initially goes off. By fast setting, it usually goes off in about 20 seconds or so. Obviously the more you put on, the longer it takes to set, but generally speaking it'll set in quite a fast time. So for the front, whilst we're here, I'm just going to put a blob of glue around the pivot hole. Just drop it in on top and let the weight of it do the job. Now this is where there is a difference between the Great Western designed platform trolleys and this Midland designed kit, is that the axles themselves for the wheels to go onto, in the Great Western kit it is a separate brass rod. On this kit, hopefully you might be able to see there that it is actually part of the axle itself. It's a white metal moulding. Now before we fit the wheels, I want to do a dry run, and at the moment the wheels are still on their spigots and things. So first thing I'm going to do is just trial run fitting the wheels onto the pins to make sure that they do fit. You know, because if we need to drill out the holes in the centre of the wheels, now is the time to do it before we remove them from their fret. So now that I've seen that one will quite happily go onto there, I'm happy enough to remove that one, and I'll just put the trolley out of the way from it, and we'll then fit that one in place on there. So just a quick snip with some side cutters to release the wheel, and then a quick tidy up with the needle file just to get rid of any obvious lumps or anything that's going to get in the way. And these aren't sided, but we're going to put the slightly better looking side on the outside. So if we bring the platform trolley back in, I can now put a little bit of glue on right near the top end of the axle there, and then I can slide the wheel on. Now the axles themselves are too long for what we need them for, which is fine, because we want to get the wheels on quite happily and just get them all nicely straightened up. So hopefully if I turn it now, I should be able to see that we've got a wheel on there. And once the glue has dried, I'll go around and I'll cut the ends of the axles off with a pair of side cutters, and then probably go in with a file just to tidy them up a little bit. So I'll fix the other 3 wheels on, tidy them up, and then see where we go. So we've now got all 4 wheels on. The last one, which is this one, was a little bit of a sod. I ended up having to file a little bit more off the axle to get it to go on. Well, see, it's on there now, so that's quite good. And I've trimmed down all the axles as well, so that there's nothing spiking out anywhere. So we can turn the trolley over like so, so it actually looks a little bit like a platform trolley now. And then there's only one component left, which is the handle for it. Now obviously it's still on its fret there, but it goes into there's a little slot in the front part of the axle on the front axle there, and it will just literally slot in. Now, when platform trolleys were left at platforms out of use, the handle would normally be left upright or leaning in, so that people didn't trip over them, and that is how I'm going to model this particular one. So first thing to do obviously is going to be to cut off the fret like so, and put it out of the way for a minute and just give it a quick tidy up with the needle file just to get rid of any flash or sharp edges on it, and again just to polish up down the bottom so that the glue has a little bit of something to stick to. I'll just run the file in that slot as well just to help us a little bit. There we go. So like I say, it is quite simple, and it is very simply going to be 2 blobs of glue for this one. I'm putting a bit in the bottom, and I'm also just going to put a little bit just on the edge of the trolley itself, purely so that the handle has just an extra little bit to stick to give it a bit of extra support, and I am going to need to hold that in place just for a minute, just while the glue goes off. If I was modelling this with somebody pulling the trolley, then obviously the handle would be pointing forwards, but as I'm not, and it does have a bigger risk obviously of coming off and being damaged, I decided to put it this way up, and as you can see it's now on there. So that is one of the Midland Railway platform trolleys completed. And in traditional children's TV programme style, here we have the other trolley as well. Now with this one I've angled the front wheels a little bit, just to add a bit of variety and interest to the model, but that is both of them out of the same pack, built up, ready for display. So there we go. That is how to build the O Gauge Midland Railway 6-foot platform trolley kit from Skytrex. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have and you would like one of these kits for yourself, click on the link in the description below and it will take you straight through to our website where you can buy this kit and many other detailing kits and accessories for your model railway. If you have enjoyed this video, which like I say, I hope you have, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Also do make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, because we're going to try and get as many different videos on how to do things for your model railway, as well as building up some more of our detailing kits and accessories that we sell. So until next time, happy modelling.